Hello everybody and welcome to AFR Tier 2 race at Canada. I hope you enjoyed Tier 1's race. Unfortunately no safety cars to salvage anything for me. But yeah. Joining me tonight we have Jacob Meister.
G'day all, hopefully we have a great race today.
Yeah, well, it looks like it's going to be a clear qualifying session.
To see, just looking at the driver list, I think we've got, is this his first race?
He raced in the F2 race on Friday.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, so...
First F1 race.
Yeah, this is his first F1 race, so...
Oh, very good to see.
Yeah. Hopefully he does well and gets to the end. As we hear some engines starting to fire up now.
Woohoo. It's always a Haas. It's always a Haas that's first. I don't think it is this time though.
Red Bull, Ferrari.
There's a Haas coming out.
Oh, the Haas!
Called it.
So
that's
Dingo. Yep. First one out on track. Straight
as
up to
always.
the softs.
A bunch of different tyre compounds coming out as well.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see how strategy plays this race with the strategy being so open. You've got a couple of choices here.
We have Brent Panda who's already lost it coming out of the pits.
It's not uncommon flooring it after turn 2. And Red Panda is on a controller tonight. He's usually on a wheel, but sadly that died on him last night, I believe, so you have to struggle back to the pits.
So, Dingo starting his way down this long back straight, kinda.
Good old casino straight, yeah.
As he starts his lap, going past the wall of champions.
On to turn 1, don't take too much of it, very easy to get a warning, that's fine. To turn 2 here, down into second, straight back onto the throttle. Looking pretty clean. There's a McLaren right behind him, I believe that's Kunai. They're a bit close together, hopefully that doesn't compromise either of them. I think I make his way through this tightly left right hander. Very easy to lose the car coming out of here, but he's kept it in check, that's good. Into DRS now, into hot lap. He makes his way down straight into this quick right left hander. You want to ride the curbs here to get as much speed through them as possible. And that's not bad either. Coming up to this very tight hairpin here. Very easy to go a bit deep and a bit wide, but probably not the best, but not the worst there. Coming down Casino straight now. We normally see cars go around 330 here. Under optimal conditions, of course, and that's what he hits now. And back into the wall of champions here. Very easy to invalidate on that left-hand turn, but looks like he's fine. Let's see what lap he puts up here. That's a 1:12.7. And Kunai, a second quicker on the mediums right behind him. And Ali, a quicker, faster on himself. A second quicker. And Matt is a second quicker on the softs. Jesus, these times.
Hammer coming down into the final chicane now. How's he going to go? Oh, he brushes the wall of champions and invalidates his lap.
That's a wing plate. But yeah, that wouldn't have affected him too much, but you do get invalidations for hitting the wall too hard sometimes. No big deal though, we have plenty of time to set another lap.
Let's go on board with Newell Shelley, who's just about to finish his outlap.
Yeah, great run in Monaco, got second place last time around.
He did.
very good result. Hopefully he wants to follow up on that. Of course, some exceptional circumstances came into play there, but nevertheless.
Gotta be in it to win it.
Exactly. And Skins has been disqualified.
For driving the wrong way.
And I just saw him parked up towards the hairpin. I'm wondering if he was letting cars through or... Oh, he will not be happy.
No.
And it's worth pointing out, last season he ended up dropping out, disconnecting, and not participating in the race. So Canada just doesn't seem to go right for him at all.
No, he hasn't had good luck here.
Newell just coming through to the hairpin now. Nice and clean. 109.4 pretty much is the time to beat from Matt, and it's not bad for a first lap around here. Most runners seem to be on the hard or medium tyre. It's probably about the limit for cutting that wee chicane there. And that's a 110.7, puts him into third place currently. And Zerdix for 110.5.
So I've just got some information that there may be some rain towards the end of the race.
That happened last time around. That was an exciting race actually. Maybe that'll happen again. And Red Panda's retired. Has Binder in the World Champions? I think he has. Yes, he has. That's compromised Sax's lap. Oh dear. Well, that's two key runners in the championship already out of it for the qualifying at least.
So our current pole sitter is on his outlap at the moment on a new set of soft tyres.
Yes, and our current points championship leader right now, 89 points. Still very tight up at the top, but he holds a small lead. And he'll want a good finish here as well. And again, Combat Rat is just right on behind him. It's a bit of a gap actually. It's Canada, very small track, very easy to sort of get into each other's way. It was crowded like mad for tier 1, but there's drivers in here, so not as big of a problem. But everyone will want their space as Matt comes through the last two corners for the World Champions. Very close to that wall there. Oh, that's about the limit for that turn.
Yeah. Oh, loses the rear a little bit on the corner exit.
Still could be fine here. It's 3 and 4. Keeping him in 6 as he comes through this left right hander now. And he goes down the third and then 4th. Oh, again losing on the curve a little bit there, but keeping it away from the wall. Down to 4th. Taking a lot of that right hander. Ugh. I tell you, he's not looking the most comfortable right now this lap. Really pushing. Really pushing.
He's pretty much matching his best time at the moment, so you can see there's room to improve there.
Quite a bit actually. No mistakes and he'd be into the 108s easily. And considering the next best times are 110, well, it is hard to get a good lap around here sometimes, but...
Oh, very close there. There's also a lot of time to be lost and gained there. He does.
Yep.
Improved by 3/10, almost into the 108s.
So he must have had a pretty rough last couple of turns to improve that well, but just shows how hard it was to get a good lap around here.
Yeah, just dropped down to Ali now, who's coming towards the end of his flying lap.
This looks promising as well. Can take a lot of that right hand turn, but the left hand turn you can't cut too much at all. He comes down across the line. This is good. 109.4. So
improved by 7/10 there. Who do we want to go on board with?
Zerdix is...
Yeah, I was just on Zudix at the moment.
He's right up there. I know he's on the soft tyre, but we keep saying it, he's improving and improving, and I mean, he could qualify pretty well here, considering how the field is right now. Needs to find a fair bit of time though, but like we're seeing from the other drivers, there is a lot of time to be found. It's very scary if you cut that left-hand turn before you start your lap, it invalidates your next lap as well. I want to avoid that at all costs. Keeping it nice and clean for turn 2. Pretty tight through there. 1980s, 1/10 up currently. So a small improvement. I think Matt was a 19.1 from memory.
Looks like he's got on top of his gear shifting issues that he was having, so hopefully...
Yep, that's perfect.
And you know, he was performing well with those issues, so hopefully with that improvement there, you'll equal better lap time. Currently in the top 3, so...
Yeah, I don't think we're getting a true representation of everybody's pace. Obviously some people on the medium tyre and harder to get a good lap around here, but all the same, he's definitely improving and he's in 3rd place. Well, Newell just got a 1/10 flat, but Zudix is still right up there. And he does improve here, 1:10.3.
So nice lap there. Ooh, Saxa! I think he had a little touch with somebody, not too sure who.
I was trying to confirm if he did get a touch. I can't see. Yeah, there's wings and teeth. Oh, could have. Doesn't matter anyway. Newell was going pretty slow in front of him.
He was slight contact with another car, so.
He just tagged Zudix as well. I just caught that. Everyone being rather timid here, giving each other room. That's good. That is good.
Combat just coming to the end of his lap now. On the mediums.
A 1:09.7.
So that's a good lap time there.
It's a really good lap time for the mediums. The mediums aren't too bad compared to the softs. But...
they're a few tenths slower, but they obviously last a lot longer. Let's go down CK80, about to start his lap now. Coming into turn 1. Keeping it nice and tidy through there. Keeping the rear end in check. Goes a little bit deep. See, he's a 10th down at the moment. No, he's decided to abort
interesting
that
choice. 4.5 minutes to go.
We'll jump up with the pole sitter at the moment. Oh, he's invalidated this lap. I'd probably say there's about 5 minutes to go.
Ah, decent, yes.
Thank you for the follow. Just reminds me if you are enjoying what you're watching and seeing, don't forget to hit that like, follow, subscribe button, depending on what platform you're watching.
Zudix is going to improve here. That's a 10 flat.
He's done 3 laps on those softs.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, but 3 laps, that's a lot of tyre wear.
That is true. Now the tyres of Canada, they tend to sort of fall off gradually rather than there just being like a cliff at first. Is that right? I don't know if I'm making sense here.
Yeah.
Either way, these softs will generally get you 8 laps if you qualify with 1 lap on them. And they fall off pretty dramatically after that, pretty much unusable. in terms of pace.
And that
He's got
has
3
purple
minutes.
the second sector. It's
And
very close to the wall of champions.
always scary. This is good. 108.8. Beautiful.
So we are in the 108s. Ali at the hairpin coming to the end of his outlap. So a bit of time to find.
Indeed. And hopefully 2 runs in here. Well, ideally you only want 1 if you're starting in the softs. You want as much luck as possible on them, but we'll see what happens. Really moving up in 6th gear here.
Carried a lot of speed through turn 1 and into turn 2. So
His gear shifts were perfect going in, just sort of turned the car with that. It was beautiful. Oh, he's 3 teams down. Whiskey's backed out? Yeah, I think he has. The Aries is only on low.
well, he'll probably have enough fuel for another run. So
Yeah.
there is still time.
Thankfully, you can choose to pull out rather than
And
the
CRX, he's
requires.
lost it at the Wall of Champions. I think Sachs is just about to go through there. Yeah, he's lost
all
the
of it.
right rear.
That's an interesting one. May have just lost it on the curb and sort of rear-ended the wall there. That's... wow. And for the car to be on the other end of the track as well, that's really weird.
And Newell improves by 2/10 up into 5th place.
Sachs is also on the 109.8 as well, still on the medium tyre.
So Combat at the moment coming out of the hairpin on his first run on the soft tyre. So if he's already on 4th with a medium run, it'll be interesting to see what he can do on the soft. And we've
Hammer
lost Hammer.
retires. No, that's just his car coming out of the pits. It's hoping it doesn't get in the way. You can park up right around here at any point into Sector 1. Everyone's got to be aware of this. Looks like it's gone off the racing line. It's pretty lucky. So we had a couple people that were on the hard tyre but have switched over to actually qualifying the softs. Normally those on the hard would try and qualify in the mediums because they'd have 2 sets to use for qualifying. But
Currently 2/10 up.
this is good. Definitely put him up right.
Oh, he's running a
near the
little bit
front
deep.
row. That may not have hurt him too much.
Still 3/10 up, so he's still improved. Purple the second sector.
He can very well get 2nd place here, assuming now he doesn't improve. He's about to cross the line, speaking of, and he doesn't. Combat Rat, Zudix, Kunai all on laps right now.
Where is this going to put him? Up into 2nd place with a 109 flat.
That's very close to Matt.
Very, very close.
Matt decent. You can see checkered flags start to pop up. Now we get an idea of who's actually on the lap now.
Well, Matt has just started a lap, so he will be the last one to cross the line, I believe. Kunai 0 also on a lap, but I think he's aborted. It's very close to the wall there.
He's improved slightly, pretty much neck and neck with his old time.
Struggling to keep that rear under control.
Ali just gave 2nd place. Look
Oh,
at
he
that.
does! By 2/1000ths of a
Oh.
second.
Deary me.
He's giving it everything.
Every time. And he
Two
doesn't
tenths.
improve.
Wow, what a lap.
Rub it in. Beautiful. Red Bull did pretty well for themselves today, first and second, and the assisted team getting fourth and fifth.
Yeah. So we have Matt taking pole with the 108.6, and followed by Ali with a 109.0, and Combat 109.0. Just 1,000 separating those two. Then you have Big Owl on the mediums with the 109.5, and that's the first two rows. And then we have Zudix, Newell, Saxa, CRX, CK80, and Hammer taking the top 10. And then Kunai Zero, Farmer Dingo, Red Panda, and Skins will follow them, but they will all have free tyre choice. So,
Combat, you're pushing it. Did see him leave early, but hopefully he rejoins in time.
he should be. Hopefully.
Hopefully. I don't see his name on the list.
I don't, but
it could pop up on the grid. We'll see. We won't really know until they get going.
Yeah.
So if he doesn't show up on the grid, we will probably have to do a restart. Only take a couple of minutes, hopefully. So Matt with pole, that's very good for him. He's currently leading the championship. Big Al's 7 points behind him, and Ali 12 points behind. So he's in a pretty good spot here to try and defend his lead. And also Red Panda on the controller, very dangerous driver. That'll also help things for Matt, really. So we just wait for these guys to sort themselves out. Tyres and all that. Yes, so in Tier 1 we saw a bunch of either soft medium mediums or a couple of medium to hard runners. Both strategies seem to kind of work. It's hard to say, really.
Yeah. It will be.
Everyone's readying up, so I guess he's in.
Well, we'll ready up and we'll see what we see on the grid.
Yes, sure. We do have a combat rat on the grid, and we are going to start this time around. So the ones outside the top 10, all gone for softs, bar and Skins on the hard tyre. Pretty interesting choice there. And Ali has left the session.
Well, the main thing is the car's moving, so he will be able to rejoin. We've also got
Skins. Is combat actually in? Hang on. Kunai's left? Yeah. What's going on here?
I don't know.
This would suggest a restart. I'm going to drop down.
Oh, game's crashed. I've been returned to the lobby. So, sorry about that. Just bear with us while we reset the grid. Shouldn't be too long. Sorry about the delays there, ladies and gentlemen. Just some technical difficulties, but we should be all good to go now.
Back on the road. It just occurred to me that last season for Tier 2, it was raining at the very end as well. Just barely remember that, and it's going to happen again this time around.
It will, so...
Interesting to see how it plays. Didn't really play out to change anything, just make it harder for us last time around, but we'll see what happens here. It could be like Monaco, where it actually does force a change in strategy, perhaps, or everyone has to switch. But again, I have to wait and see.
So there will be a formation up. Yes, we're waiting for Matt.
Come on, man, come on.
I heard the counter. Come on, don't do this.
Well, we're all very scared right now in the AFR combox.
Yes. Yes.
Something has to go wrong at Canada every time.
Did you want to
Yeah,
pop down and see what's going on? This is quite unfortunate. Sorry for everyone that's watching. Hopefully we won't need to restart.
yeah. So apparently Matt has loaded into the race and nobody else has.
Right, okay.
We saw this in Germany last season in Tier 2 with Impulse, but that was only qualifying, so less intrusive.
So I guess this means another restart.
Yes, they're gonna wait. Matt is going to do a lap, and if nobody else loads in, then they're gonna restart.
Yeah. Well, I hear a vehicle. I see a vehicle. What's gonna happen?
I just hit a Ferrari. I'll drop down again.
Sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, it's out of our control. It does seem to be something of a trait of Codemasters to damage their game beyond repair before the next one, so bear with us again, sorry, and we shouldn't be too long. All right, we are back again. Everybody readied up very quickly. Oh, maybe that's.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
that's a graphical glitch. Yeah.
It's them doing their tyre thing.
It'll correct itself in a second, but. I don't know if this is the most problems we've had yet.
I've experienced worse in the past, but I'll just say it's not uncommon for this period of the game cycle. Just saying. It wouldn't be the first like iPhones or anything. But anywho, here we are.
Everyone will be loading their setups and getting their tyres and fuel right, so a little bit more time taken here to get ready. So do bear with us while the drivers are getting ready.
It better be good.
Well, if the weather's set up correctly, which it has been, I'm pretty sure, then we still get that rain at the end of the race.
Yeah.
Tier 2 field, very unpredictable at times. I mean,
well, yeah, it's been very interesting Tier 2. Mixed results, a few different winners. So, championship is well and truly wide open at the moment.
In fact, we've had a different winner every race so far. No, hang on, sorry, apart from Memphis. My bad. That's 5 winners in 6 races. Crazy stuff.
All right.
We are good to go.
Everyone is good to go. So, again, apologies for the delays. If you're still watching, we really appreciate that you're still watching, having seen all that unfold. But we are now very close to starting, hopefully.
If you're watching from the future, then thank you for skipping forward and not putting up with what just happened earlier. And that we're going to get ready for their formation. There we go.
We might add in some timestamps for people.
Yeah, good call. So, top 10 still have to start on their tyre that they qualified on. They don't get away with that here. Now, the only change is that Red Panda has actually started on the mediums rather than the softs. Because he's outside the top 10. He actually chose softs first time around. Is that... Ooh. Is that okay?
Well, he's outside the top 10, so...
Yeah, but that's because first time around he chose softs, though. Never mind.
I wouldn't be so strict on it. I mean, he's outside the top 10. He's got free tyre choice. He may have been thinking about it during the extended period of time and decided to change his mind. So, I think that's okay.
No matter what, he's starting on those tyres anyway. They're beyond us right now.
Yeah.
Big Al, Saxa and CRX also starting on the medium tyre. Skins still on the hard tyre.
Yeah, Skins. It's going to be... I didn't really do a lot of running on the hard tyre, but I didn't really feel it was a good race tyre per se.
No, compared to the soft and mediums, definitely. I think he may be trying to play the rain into factor here. We'll see what happens. AI taking control now as they come through the Wall of Champions.
So we'll try it on with Big Al for the start. He's... I was going to say he's ghosted, but it's because there was a Red Bull inside him.
I'll keep my eyes down back. I think we've got a timing glitch already, but hopefully that corrects itself.
So... here we go, the moment we've all been waiting for. 5 red lights. And we are racing.
So, Red Panda getting an amazing start. Farmadango rammed Hammer. Hammer's off already.
Oh, Toro Rosso's gone into the back of the racing point. Newell making his way up. Big Al up in the third.
Kunai right on the outside of Sexter, inside, sorry, has to give back the position. Watching it clean otherwise, and Hammer just got bumped and then lost it. Very unfortunate for him. And Skins has gone wide and has lost the end plate, those hard tires. That's rough. There's that yellow flag there, I presume.
Oh, and Combat has lost an end plate on the back of Newell's Renault.
Oh no, Racing Point are not having a good day right now.
Oh, as the Toro Rosso goes for a dive. Zudik sends it.
Gets carried around that turn.
Lots of 5-second time penalties coming in.
Panda and Kunai, yeah. Big Panda's lost an end plate. Kunai is fine. Big Al among all this has jumped up to third place.
Yeah, he got that fairly early on through the first couple of corners. Looks like that Red Panda in the Ferrari really struggling with that damage.
Tell you, it is tough. Orange. I had orange ring first, second lap around here, and it's no good. Skins gets 3 seconds to corner cutting, also with a damaged ring, understandable. And Hammer does pick to fix his damage straight away.
CRX and Zudix side by side, but CRX coming out on top. I believe Zudix is going to have some significant wing damage. After a strong qualifying, it's going to be disappointing.
Yeah, he has lost an end plate and vulnerable to CK80 right now. Doesn't fight it too much. CK forcing his way through, but goes deep into the hairpin. Can Zudix get a run off here? Not quite, and there's no DRS yet. So very eventful for a couple of laps.
So we might just jump up with the top three, I think, because all very close. DRS is now enabled as Newell sets a new fastest lap, and Kunai gets another 3-second time penalty.
Very easy to get these 3-second time penalties, trying to push the car, push the limits around.
Oh, Red Panda, 5 seconds speeding in the pit lane.
Also very easy to do. Yes. Back to the top three. Big Al, if he can just stay on these Red Bulls with the medium tyre, then he could be looking okay here.
Well, it won't be long now until he will have the tyre advantage, so... And we've lost Hammer.
Sax is on the wall, he's also stopped the wrong way around. Jeez, it's all happening. He's Hammer losing into the World Champions. There's a virtual safety car out on track now.
Let's go back. So yeah, Hammer's put it in the Wall of Champions.
Oh.
You would think that would be a full safety car, but... you know... So we are back under racing conditions, and those gaps have blown out a little bit.
Yes, the delta under the virtual safety car very easy to get screwed over. The top three is very much on the cusp within each other with DRS. If you can get into the DRS sort of 1 second range around here, it's very easy to maintain it. Everyone now seems to have fanned out pretty well.
Yeah.
Kunai's right on Flamingo though. He looks like he's going to try and make a move on.
DRS is open.
You'll have to wait for the straight here as Skins gets the 5-second time penalty for corner cutting. It's an odd play. Oh, there must be first corner. So
Kunai having a look. It's gone very deep. Whoa!
Now that was...
Whoa,
I don't think he meant to go that deep. No.
Oh, don't kill those soft tyres now.
Just doing a bit of showing off, you know. People in the grandstands, they love it.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, that's probably better than losing an end plate and needing a wheel change. So probably a wise decision there. He knew he'd mucked it up, and so he decided to bail nice and early. Oh, he's into the wall!
Oh no, that's not...
Oh, he brushed off it. I don't know. He's not opening DRS either.
Oh dear.
Yeah, he's lost an end plate as well. So, unfortunate there for Kunai.
While that was unfolding, Big Al did jump out. He's down to second place, and you also see the fastest lap of the race. He is lightning on these medium tyres.
Yeah, well, we've just jumped up with that battle now. So hopefully Ali can use the DRS to stay behind Big Al and try and close that gap back to Matt out in the lead.
Yeah, Big Al really needs DRS here, and he hasn't really got the tyre advantage for that. To get that few tenths back on him.
As Combat comes into the pits.
Try to make those softs last a little bit, I guess.
Yeah, I was in a bit of a similar situation.
Ditto.
So another time penalty for Red Panda. Really, Red Panda having a disastrous race. Really needs a safety car to try and salvage something from this.
Yeah, and I feel he's just gone on the hards just to try and stay away from the pack and just try and keep it clean in this race. Try and get some clean air and get some laps down. Sex is right up in Farmadingo.
Drop down. Have a look at that.
Yeah, for some reason Farmadingo's just going a little slower. I don't know if he's missing some wing. Can't see right now. And you see he's missing an end plate.
And the Ferrari has a look down the inside. Oh, they touch.
And Saxa will have DRS because the detection zone is before the hairpin.
So he's made that move. CRX right behind Zudix at the moment. I mean, sorry, CK80 behind Zudix.
I was looking like, are you right?
So CK currently has all of his wing intact while Zudix is carrying some damage.
These soft runners will also be pitting in the lap or two. Oh, actually, the restarted lobby, so the softs will last up to 9 laps potentially?
Yeah, I believe around that mark.
Some people will want to pit earlier, obviously, due to wing damage or whatever, but and there's also undercut possibilities as well. These tyres do fall off, but we'll see what happens here. Zurich is definitely losing time though, that's the thing.
I think we might jump back up with the top 3 as they are now all starting to bunch up.
Yes, Matt's lost a lot of that gap now.
Well, he's the pace setter at the moment, so, you know, he is in the best position. So he can kind of dictate the pace a little bit through the slower sections, you know, start harvesting that energy.
Oh, I'm totally aware of being behind you for a good portion of Tier 1.
Yeah, I am aware.
Anyway, those softs are going to start falling off. Big Al's mediums still be fine. So perhaps that's what we're seeing here. Perhaps Matt made a little mistake. Ali's still right on Big Al though.
Second time penalty for Skins. Ali just looked like he was running a little bit wide, but it's alright. And the Red Bulls obviously can't double stack at the moment, so there might be a need for a bit of communication between the two.
Yes. Both staying out.
And Matt gets a 3-second time penalty.
That can be big. I don't think Big Al has one yet. Really?
No, none of the drivers behind him, either of these two, have time penalties as of yet.
Lap 9 of 35 though. Still plenty of race to run. And people like Newell, if they can just keep it clean and everyone else makes the mistakes, then you can see people like Newell start to sort of show up a little bit more on the points. Still in 4th though right now, still in a good spot. Kuno passes Farmadingo in the main straight. It's 9th place.
Combat and Farmadingo trading places.
He's Farmadingo really suffering with that end plate missing and those worn softs. I just caught it Red Panda.
Oh no!
And there's a safety car. There's a full safety car.
Safety car. The thing that he needed.
All the soft runners are going to be up the pit.
Oh, this is really going to help Red Bull. If I was Ali, I'd be backing right up to try and double stack behind your teammate. He's going to go on. Oh, that is not a good decision.
And that has pretty much put him in the back of the field, isn't it?
Oh, that will put him near the back of the field. I mean, he will start the safety car moving, but everyone behind is going to be able to get that free pit stop. I would have just double stacked. I've been in that situation before, and you're just going to lose way too much time. Look how slow this safety car is going.
And literally everyone is pitting, to be fair, but still. He went up to Kunai, his pit. Kunai will pit. Combat, what will he do? He'll stay out. He's fine with his tyres right now. Farmadingo will pit, obviously. Skins may stay out as well.
I mean, Ali is relatively new to racing this series, so, you know, this is going to be a harsh lesson.
This is one of those things that doesn't come up. You have to sort of learn yourself.
Yeah, exactly. But luckily, he will be able to catch back up, and he does have good enough pace to be running at the front. So, hopefully, you know, see, there's still people coming out of the pits at the moment.
It's still an uphill battle.
There's a teammate right there. I mean, he may have lost out to Newell, but, you know.
It depends. He's going to lose a few spots, that's for sure. But...
yeah, but if he doubled stack, he probably would have just come out behind Newell because there's still like a 12-second gap.
Yeah.
Now he might come out behind Zudix.
And it's not ideal for those at home not following.
Well, you can see him on the track map. He's just come through the hairpin now. So, let's see where he rejoins. No. I guess I'm not sure if they've got a delta or not, but you can see these cars going past now.
They shouldn't have a delta as they're trying to catch the queue now.
That's right, yeah. So he's lost down into 11th place.
Well, that's 7th for me.
Oh, sorry. 7th place.
Well,
still,
you think he got away lightly on that? Yeah, that's
a big penalty. There's, you know, guys in there that are now on fresh rubber. Combat rat time penalty, 10 seconds.
Zudix, 10 seconds. What on earth just happened there? The safety car, during the safety car period, the penalties are very harsh.
Yes.
So, it depends if it gets served in their pit stops or not. They will definitely appeal it, you'd imagine.
Can you serve a time penalty in the pits?
You can,
like
sometimes the game does.
Safety car? Behind the safety car, though?
Not behind the safety car, no.
I know you can't do a drive-through, but a time penalty?
Well, common sense would say, well, no, but this is Codemasters, so I'm not sure.
Yeah. Anyone willing to try that out? Let us know.
Let us know in the comments below if you're watching on YouTube. Oh dear. So they're going to go around one more time. So the tyre situation, Big Al's onto hards. He won't need to make another pit stop. Sacks are also on the hard tyre, and Skins also pitted for hards. Very interesting. Because that sky is getting darker, and this safety car staying out. Could mean the rain's going to come towards the end a bit sooner than we thought. 12:35 here. Matt currently your race leader. So Newell's in the podium places now. CRX is in 4th. Wow. And Combat's in 5th place after a crazy start, really. And Ali, of course, dropping down from 3rd to 7th. He's got a bit of an uphill battle, and one that isn't really needed as the safety car is coming in this lap. So what will happen to these hard runners? Will they have the advantage being able to run to the end? And what story does the rain have for us?
And what lap will that rain arrive?
Yeah. Matt backing up everybody here.
So the safety car is now in the pits, so no one should be throttle limited at this stage. There he goes. Big Al, able to go with him.
CRX is right on Newell. He's going to.
Oh, they're side by side. CRX has made that place.
Beautiful. Well, had to take the opportunity, and Skimmins passes Farmadingo as well for 11th. Clean restart all around otherwise. Ali is pretty close to CK right now. He's got the pace to get back up to where he was. He needs to do it quicker though.
He's having a look. But he's got to be careful. Sachs is right there. He's going to need to be clean and make the move stick. They're side by side.
Yeah.
Oh, he yields.
Yeah. Can't do it there. No DRS for a few laps, remember?
2 laps, that's right. So he's going to have a look up the inside. He's not close enough.
Needs a good run off this hairpin if he wants to make anything happen. It doesn't look like he's got it.
Well,
you don't want to be going side by side through the World Champions.
No, you don't, but he does have the slipstream that CK80 does not. You can see he's closing, but he's still too far back as they come very close. And that's another time. That's a time penalty for Ali. That's 3 seconds. He's first.
Oh.
So that puts him on level footing with Matt at the front. But as you can see, he's still some way back.
Under evasive action as well. That'll be annoying as hell.
I mean, he might put it up for review. You never know.
See, CK's
oh, he's got a good exit here.
Yeah.
Oh, side by side there. Oh! Does he have any wing damage?
No, he doesn't.
Oh, but that allows Saxon to get past. That was so close.
Wow, and I was about to say CK80 shot 4 seconds on the next car, and CRX and Newell are still fighting up front. And Ali's just gone a bit deep, cuts that left-hand turn. Is he yielding to Saxon?
Side by side as they come into the hairpin.
I think he kind of went off track to overtake this, so just yielded that back to Saxon to address that. Newell's right up in CRX. This battle for third is relentless.
Yeah, we'll jump up with that now.
Backed off through the World Champions there.
Matt sets a new fastest lap at 1:11.9.
Darius back online now. So not really the start Ali wanted. He's got to be quick about this. Next car up, which is Combat. His mediums are worn a bit more than everybody else around him.
Well, you know, CK being behind him and holding everyone else up is really, you know, working in Combat's favour at the moment. As Newell's having a look at CRX because he does have that time penalty of 10 seconds, so he's nearly halfway there.
Oh. I tell you what though, Ali won't be too much longer with the pace he has compared to CK.
Oh, Zudix. Oh, having a look at Saxa. Oh, there's contact.
Oh. Zedek's still losing end plate there.
Yeah, and I think
Kunai is in the thick of it.
I think Kunai's hit Zudix into Red Panda. Saxa there.
Yes, Kunai without damage, and Skins has arrived on the scene as well. This is very messy. Skins wanting to get on this as well.
Almost
He
three
backs off,
wide.
he backs off, yeah.
Wise decision there. Oh, penalties coming in thick and fast. I saw one for Newell, one for CRX.
Big Al, Saxa, Skins won't need to pit again. All the other runners on the mediums will have to pit at least one more time to get.
Don't forget, we do have that rain inbound.
Of course. And it is getting darker and darker. Mind you, don't know before us.
Zudik's struggling with that damaged wing.
Skins just needs a good exit here. He'll have DRS. He'll be able to get up at least side by side here. Whether or not he'll do it. Oh, this is dicey.
Yeah, well, they're side by side, but Zudix yields that place. Both have damage though, so.
Ooh, Skins too? Ooh.
Yeah, he does. Left end plate.
It's the second time this race he's been on hards and his wing damage. That's really unfortunate.
So you might just jump up with Newell for a little bit, as he's right behind Big Al at the moment.
True, it's a free second time middle as well. His hard tyres not as quick as Combat moves up into 4th place. Side by side with CRX does make it stick though. Newell right up on him, yeah, you can just see the advantage of the medium tyre compared to the hards. CRX and Combat are going at it.
Combat's having a look. Jumps back into that toe.
Newell on the outside of the World Champions as well. And Big Al is into the wall.
Oh no!
And he needs to get out of there.
He needs to move. He needs to move. He's in first.
Look, we've got people diving into the pits. I think it was Skins.
He's still in reverse. Come on, son. Don't get disqualified. Where are you going?
He wasn't going to try and make it into the pits, was he? No?
I think so, but I'm not sure.
Oh, I tell you
He's
what.
continued on. But that is very unfortunate.
Part of that would be frustration because Newell did try to force side by side through that chicane, and that is just.
Yeah, unfortunately, I dropped down to see CRX in combat, so I actually missed that incident.
No, of course. So many exciting battles. Good to see, obviously, but can't keep a track of everything, obviously. Yes, Newell to try going the outside and then into the inside for the World Champions chicane.
So Ali's been able to close that gap back down to 1.3 seconds. That was out to near 5 seconds before.
Well, Combat's mediums will be starting to fall off, but it's still impressive. So Matt's still comfortably in the lead, like 19 to 35. It's got a 5-second gap roughly to Newell. CRX about 3 seconds behind him, and Combat ranging up onto CRX. As Kerno makes a move on CK, he's dropped off a little bit in terms of pace. And I think what Big Al would like right now is another safety car.
Yes.
just at a guess.
But hopefully he's not the one to provide it.
No, of course. And Ali coming right up onto Combat right here. Will be all over him on the chicane, you'd think. Also not the chicane, the straight. And Big Al will safely make it into the pits.
You see, Combat is going to have DRS as a defence. So it's going to make Ali's job that little bit harder to try and get past. And Skins gets another time penalty.
And Big Al is going to get lapped here. Oh dear.
Well, he's put on the soft tyre, so you never know.
It's a gamble, but he needs to get unlapped. Mind you, everyone's got a pit anyway. Ali just giving CRX a little bump and another bump. CRX nearly loses it. And Ali just backs off. He was at fault there a little bit. And that's Farmer Dingo out.
Oh no!
All the champions again. And it's a virtual safety car. And yep, there you go.
Yep. Claims another.
How many cars have we had in that group? I can't.
Well, where did? Sorry.
Well, including qualifying. Sorry, but
yeah, we've had a few incidents there, which has been unfortunate.
Very close to that right-hand wall. But,
the safety car, the virtual safety car, should be ending any time now. So the drivers should be keeping a very close eye on that delta because you don't want to lose out on the restart. Oh, as combat comes in, and he adds 5 seconds. Oh. So let's see what happens. Do they just changed his tyres?
Okay, no. So they haven't served anything. That's fine.
And they didn't fix his end plate. Oh wait,
did they not? No, they did.
It was a quick start.
Well, I think there was skins that had the damage, didn't they?
Well, it may have been.
Yeah.
So obviously we are back racing now, and combat has come out right in the thick of it between Kunai and Saxa. At 21 of 35, as Kunai gets another 3-second time penalty. Rain should be just around the corner.
Combat was pretty lucky. He had such a big buffer towards people behind him. And with the virtual safety car, as Ali climbs into 3rd place on CRX, it's such a big buffer that he only fell down to 6th. But mind you, there's a lot of penalties still.
Kunai goes a bit deep. This is going to open the door for combat.
Yep, should be an easy overtake here.
Nice and close, takes the inside line. And there, yeah, he's pretty much already passed. There it is.
Can't do much from Kunai's perspective, yeah.
No, just try and stick with him.
Ooh, Kunai just got a bit hairy there.
So CRX right up behind Ali as well.
Yes, Ali did just make the move half a lap ago and really get a little bit of a gap there. And Newell's just kept that gap around the same to Matt, actually. It hasn't really gone out anymore. So Newell's matching him on pace as these mediums do fall off. Around 14 laps, you'll probably see people pitting.
Well, it depends on if they're getting messages from Jeff about the rain.
Oh, but they might need to stretch it out.
Yeah. I mean, you can stretch out the medium tyre. You can do more than 14 laps.
Definitely.
So...
But you've got to keep in mind, how long is it going to be till that crossover point where you need to go into inters?
Well, you'd be feeling pretty confident if you were Saxa at the moment, out on the hards. It also may play into Skin's hands. Big Al, 3 laps.
Big Al won't be able to stretch out too far, but then again, he's in the same boat as everybody else, I think. Because there's no fresh softs, I think?
3 laps softs.
Well, yeah, not used beforehand, so it should get another 6 laps at least without worrying too much about deck, so... And combat's in a good spot as well.
So currently no one within DRS range. So we'll just jump up and look at Matt in the lead.
And another thing to point out, so these drivers will get a call from Jeff about 10 to 15 minutes away from the rain. Once they get that call, maybe pitting the softs might be an idea if they're on the warm mediums. We'll have to see what happens. But
we're starting to see a little bit of haze now, so lap 23 of 35.
And like Monaco, there's still much more racing to be done.
And that is true.
So Big Al, he has unlapped himself from Matt. CRX is not a free second. And Newell has just brought that gap back down. It was 4 seconds, now it's 3.5 seconds.
Well, I've noticed Matt is starting to try and harvest some ERS, but Not too sure how much.
Coming back to earlier could also be a matter of tyre wear, just trying to stretch out those mediums. We don't know if they've had that call from Jeff, but if they have, then we'll see what happens here. As you'd normally pit around now on the mediums. But everyone's in the same boat here, save a couple of the others down the order. So everyone's sort of going to suffer together, really. And Matt does stay out. Newell stays.
Yeah, I would assume that they've had a call. At least a 10-minute call.
Yeah. CRX just bumped the World Champions, just pretty lightly. Still got his wing intact.
So some gaps really starting to blow out now.
Yes, Newell's pretty much lost whatever time he was making back on Matt, so perhaps you were right about Matt saving ARS there. Ali's 6 seconds behind Matt, and Ali's climbed back up into third. So thankfully not hurt too much by that safety car earlier. But obviously could have been right up in the thick of it with Matt.
Yeah. Great recovery drive to get himself into third.
Definitely. CRX as well in 4th place. It's a good showing from him so far. I'm just going to look at the penalties where there's a little bit of downtime here. It's probably too many to count, to be honest. So yeah, everyone would have had that call by now. You would not be stretching out mediums this far otherwise.
Let's go on board with Matt and let's see if we can...
Ooh. Kunai blinks. And he's got the soft tyre. This is what I suggested earlier. And to get that call, you can do a stint on the soft tyre without having that tyre fall off. And then you can hit onto your inters without too much hassle.
So still not even drops of rain yet.
Again, we don't know when it's coming to Bay Dur, roughly. Sometimes it doesn't come down thick and fast. Again, we're only expecting light rain towards the end.
That's right, so who knows, you might not even need to stop. It's getting to that
that
stage
case,
where, you know, you might be better off not stopping and just trying to get to the end.
but these mediums are dead. There's rain now. There's definitely rain now.
Oh yes, I'm starting to see a few drops. Yep, and we're getting it running down the screen. So the rain. So Kunai.
Shoutouts to Kunai for pitting onto the soft tyre.
Yeah,
one lap
Murphy's
before the
Law
rain
right
started.
there.
Now, does he think that the rain won't affect anything? That nobody will need to pit?
Well, we've got CK coming into the pits right now, but
And Kunai pits
it's
as
going
well.
to be surely too early.
Yep. Thoughts about Monaco here. Matt was the first to blink and benefited well from that.
CK putting mediums on.
He had to replace the
Kunai
wings.
putting on inters.
Now, because you're the first to react, you may not be the first to benefit. Remember, Kunai is that far down the order.
And well, CK did need to come in to change his wing. So
Yep.
well, we've got two people on fresh tyres. One on the side. Oh, they both go off. They both go off. Is there any damage? Is there any damage on CK? He did send. Yes, he's already lost his front end plate. Oh, as Newell gets a time penalty. So yes, it's definitely time to pit. Matt has come into the pits. Ali has risked it and to stay out.
Double stacking, but again, you need to double stack there, don't you?
Well, it's not behind a safety car, but I don't know. It might be that real crossover period. It's hard to tell without being out there. He needs to protect that wing if it's going to pay off. Because the rain only just started. So DRS is disabled.
Yep. 3 runners not on the inters currently. Matt's the first runner. Newell 3 seconds behind, and CRX and Sax are just coming out of the pits now.
So combat in the way of Matt.
That's going to bring Newell right back up to him if Matt can't get rid of combat quickly.
Oh, combat! Oh, there's almost contact. There was a little bit of contact, but they get away with it.
It's almost a repeat of Monaco. Oh. Same rough moments happened with Matt as well.
His combat's gone very deep. Yeah, those dry tyres are completely gone. How's Harley travelling?
Look at where that Renault is.
Matt is almost caught up to his teammate.
You got to feel for Ali, but that said, this pit stop, he won't drop. Look at some good points.
Yeah. I mean, I'm expecting him to lose out to... Well, Combat's going to have to come into pit, as he does. So he should come out in front of CRX.
Neil with 3 seconds again there.
So he hasn't lost out per se, but he's definitely a lot further back from that battle than he was before. Yeah. Look at the time he's lost, 12 seconds back now.
CRX maintains 4th. Where does Combat come out? Pretty close to Saxa. We'll stay ahead though, with a mountain of penalties. So like 29 of 35, the rain has come, and it's pretty much business as usual in terms of the order.
And this is when fatigue can start to set in for some people. When you've gone through our start of this race.
Oh yeah.
And then we're on lap 29. You're getting close to the end. The rain has come down, so full concentration is required.
And Big Al into the points. Just passing CK there, but that is also a very good point, and you really need to be onto it in these weather conditions. Most people are aware of that. So does Newell have the pace to stick onto Matt and potentially get something done?
Well, DRS has been disabled, so that's going to make overtaking very, very difficult.
Just managed to check the pins. Now, Matt does have pins and so does Newell. Let me just...
I think they got 3 seconds each. I believe they're on level playing field.
Matt has 1. Just call it as I see it. Matt 1, Newell 1.
So Newell gets a little bit out of shape through the chicane.
Newell got a 5 second for speeding earlier. Matt is on 6 and Newell's on 8. And Newell's on 11. Okay, Newell's on 11 seconds and Matt's on 6.
Was his for speeding into the pit lane?
Newell, yep.
Well, he probably would have served that depending on when he sped. I think that was earlier on.
That's it, he has dropped back a couple of seconds, yeah, so... And actually, that's a good point. Newell for 11 seconds. I think Aaron got 1 earlier. I'm just going to check that as well.
Zudix gets another 3-second time penalty.
Ali does have a 3 second. Let's see if he's got any more. He has 6 seconds. Yes, Ali does have 6 seconds, so not really getting range of Newell right now. The Zurich gets another 3 seconds. And I'm pretty sure CRX has pins as well, so the top 4 look like they'll
finish as they are.
Assuming nothing outrageous happens, as we have a sector 3 yellow flag,
We
and it
have a
was
Toro
Big
Rosso in the
Al.
middle of the track.
It was on a points place.
That's Big Al. That is Big Al. No, that puts CK80 into 10th.
I'll tell you what, I feel for Big Al right now. It's been a horror.
And he's just about to get lapped by Ali. Oh, that will be a fun dinner family conversation. Remember that time I lapped you at Canada?
Oh dear.
So yeah, it's really blown out some of these gaps now. Newell 3 seconds behind Matt, currently in the lead. Probably, yeah, the closest gap we have at the moment, other than Combat and CRX.
Let me just check Combat's pins, because I think we've lost track of that.
Oh, yeah, maybe. I think we'd be in the double figures, considering one of them was a 10-second.
Now remember Zurich also got a 10-second earlier, because of the same period.
CK gets a 3-second time penalty.
15. Yeah, just 15 seconds. He's been pretty clean otherwise.
So currently the biggest movers is Skins from the back up into 6th place. Oh, near the back.
8th, isn't it?
Sorry, up 6 places into 8th. Oh, it has been a long couple of weeks. And then we also have Newell and CRX up 4, as well as Kunai. Big Al, biggest loser at the moment, is down 7 spots. So, not a good race for him, out of the points. And we have Zudix down 4 after a promising qualifying. Kind of went downhill after that, but showing some really good signs of improvement. A lot of the guys in here showing some real signs, as well as CK really getting up into the midfield now.
Definitely. Skins with another 3 seconds. Championship implications with Big Al probably not scoring points here. Ali will move up into 2nd in the championship, assuming we finish in this order. Newell with his second place in a row should pass Red Panda in the championship. Maybe Skins as well. I'm not sure about the numbers.
So Combat has really closed up to the back of CK. 7/10ths back here.
Combat with 15 seconds.
Lap 34 of 35. So he's running out of time to do anything. He's having a look. They're side by side. He's gotten past, and CRX yields that position, but he's having a look, trying to get a better exit. But it looks like Combat's just got too much speed in a straight line. The Mercedes has a look down the inside.
Whoa.
Combat wise enough to leave that space, avoids any contact, but he's got the inside line for the exit. And you'd think that's all CRX can really throw at him for the time being. He's going to have to wait for his turn down some of these straights.
Yellow flag sector 3. That's a Toro Rosso. That's Zurdix of the hairpin.
Oh no!
Oh.
Hopefully it's not too bad.
He's got enough gap to pit.
So he's had to let Matt through as he's just been lapped. Oh,
now,
such
one
a
thing
shame.
to point out. Combat Red has 15 seconds of penalties. CRX has 12 seconds of penalties. Saxa has got way less than both of them. I haven't got to fully check that. I'm just doing that now, but Saxa could jump both of them is what I'm saying.
Combat trying to pull a gap. He's got 1.5 seconds already over CRX. Matt is on his final lap at the moment.
Yeah, I think Saxa's only got a few seconds. Yeah.
Well, he's 1.8 behind CRX at the moment.
if he's within 12 seconds of combat, right, then he has 4th place.
Well,
And currently,
he is.
Well, he is.
It just goes to show, staying within the lines can really make the weekend. Because there's a big points difference between 4th and 6th, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Matt coming down Casino Street for the final time here. Skipped it pretty well, pretty clean, stay up in front pretty much all race. Just a good performance all around, really. And Sierra gets another 3 seconds. As Matt crosses the line, well done Matt, second win under the conditions. Celebrating, right?
Followed by Newell. Ali coming down into the final chicane.
And Ali, good recovery drive.
Secures that double podium for Red Bull.
Now this is where the pens get interesting here. So Saxa should finish 4th by our calculations.
Combat crosses the line, CRX. Saxa jumps them both, but Combat holds that position over CRX.
Kunai and Skins will be too far back to make an impact
to
here.
really benefit, and I think they've both got penalties. So Kunai will be the next one to cross the line. He had less penalties than CRX.
And Skins, well, he got there in the end. It's been a rough race, and that looked like a client-side bug for me. But he does get some points for Racing Point and himself.
Well, it certainly was an interesting race. It did provide for us in the end.
Yes, that safety car really making that interesting.
Yeah. So double podium there for Red Bull. That's definitely going to help for the constructors and the combined constructors. I'll try and work on getting a graphic so any of the viewers can get a complete view of all the standings. I've had some delays this week, so we should have the standings back up for Tier 2 next week. So, Matt taking out the win even with 6 seconds worth of penalties. I'm not sure who got the fastest lap, but Newell in second and Ali in third. There's your podium getters.
I believe that's Big Al that got the fastest lap there.
Okay, so then we had Saxa, Combat, CRX, Kunai, Skins, Zudix and CK80 taking the final point. Unfortunately for Big Al, having a disastrous Canadian Grand Prix, missing out on points there. Then we have Farmer Dingo, Red Panda and Hammer. Unfortunately, DNFing in his debut. So, well, I hope you've all enjoyed it. Yeah, so I think we'll be back on Friday with F2.
Brazil.
Is it Brazil?
I believe it is. We just had USA.
Yes.
Yes. Second last race for the F2 season.
Yes, that's right. So we might do some classic cars once that finishes, but we'll wait and see. Don't really want to start a full season right before the new game. So we might do something else on the Friday night while we're killing some time. But yeah, we'll be back on Friday with F2 Brazil, 8:30 Melbourne time. And then on Sunday we have Tier 1 starting at 7:15 Melbourne time. And we will be racing at France, at Paul Ricard. So hopefully Kunai's put in some extra effort into his pronunciations of the corner. Don't want to have to get Nut to come and rectify that. Yeah. So that'll be on at 7:15 Sunday, and then shortly after that we have this race of F2 at 9 o'clock Melbourne time.
Tier 2. So I've been Bandcamp, and Jacob Meister's been with me.
Hope you've enjoyed, and we will see you on Friday.
See you later.
See you later.